Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good night, good evening. Yes, indeed. Either way we look at it, oops. Either way we look at it, it is some kind of day. It is the last of January. It is the last Tuesday or last Wednesday of January. Why I'm always saying that? Because this is a global platform. And once I am in my last Tuesday, somebody's in their last Wednesday of January. Can you believe this? That January came in and she was like, bye, I'm not playing with y'all. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be here. My goodness. And January just step on out. 28, 29. Like we just say, Happy New Year. You know what? Talking about that, how many people realize like people don't say Happy New Year no more? Like after the first 2 days, they're like Happy New Year, and then after that, it's like But the year's gonna keep on going until December 31st. So I tell you what, come on in here. We have until December to say Happy New Year. Yippee. We have until December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, whatever time. At 11:59 on December 31st, that's when the New Year is over. So I went outside and I said, Happy New Year. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, we're still in January. Why would I not say Happy New Year to you? I have not seen you since 2024. So if I see you now, Happy New Year. If you're just coming in, Happy New Year. That's right. It is going to be Happy New Year. So this is the Question Live Show, darling. And this is what we do up in here. We highlight. Ooh, I forgot. We highlight some stuff. We show up some stuff. We do some stuff. We create some stuff. We just carry on over here. But beside the point, this is a learning platform. Yes, indeed, it's a learning platform where we come on in here. We learn together, we grow together, we support each other, and we just have a whole expanded family. Why? Because I'm from a huge family. So when you come on in here, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be added on up to my family, and my family going to get huger. Is huger a word? Yes, it is. It might be incorrect, but guess what? At the end of the day, like I told my baby, it is a word. It is not a valid word that we are using in the regular dictionary. But whatever word you put together, it is a word. What is my water? So yes, indeed. Come on in this room and let us talk about it. Because tonight we're going to talk about the last of the playlist. What is the last of the playlist? When we think about playlist, we're thinking about music. Music. We're talking about music. But tonight we are not going to be talking about music. Unless it's the music that's living inside of us, that's playing inside of us, that's the music, the happy music, sad music, confused music, different kind of music. Unless it is that music that's just playing deep inside of us, then that's not the music we're going to talk about. Let me tell you something. Some years ago when I gather myself, there was he's one of my mentors, he's now far gone. But I remember hearing this man says, Dr. Wayne Dwyer, anybody aware of him? Yeah. He said, don't let the music die within you. And that day when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I just felt as if I could just go to sleep and just forget about all the troubles of this world and just forget about everything. And I heard he said, don't let that music die inside of you. I'm like, you me, sir? What you just said? Don't let that music. And let me tell you what was so funny about that day. What was so funny is that the day that I heard him say it, he was already gone. That man was already the man was already buried and everything. I'm like, I even know the man died. And somehow I heard it that day. I'm like, well, if I'm contemplating That's what I'm going through is too much. The man done buried and he's speaking to me. Sir, thank you. So I'm just saying that to say that sometimes you're going through some things and you just need a word, right? We're like, you just need a word. You just need somebody to show up, say something, whether it in the spirit realm or naturally. You just need a word. And that word, when I got that word some years ago, honey, darling, I took that word and I was like, sir, you don't need to speak to me. I did like this. I did like that. Flash a thing around. And I was like, bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Yes. And I was out going by. So yes, indeed. So listen to me. Sometimes we just need a word. Sometimes we just need somebody to just show up and say something. Sometimes we are going through some stuff and all we need is just a voice to say something, to just give us a little bit of boost. One little bit of boosting will do a great job. Let me tell you something. So when you get a little boost, like striking that match, it ignites something. Putting on the gasoline, it ignites something. One little bit of boost. So yes, indeed. So I just want to say to you, just sit down. Sometimes it's just too much to sit and wait or to trust the process. But regardless, we just have to. It's a choice we have to make. We make a choice to trust the process or make a choice just to fall out in the process. Honey, I choose to trust the process. Yes, I do. So I want to say to you on this last Tuesday of January, welcome into another episode of the Question Live Show. If this is your first time coming on up in here, I see Ambassador Trinity sneaking in. If this is your first time tuning in, I mean, absolutely your first time tuning in, honey, I want you to come on in and say, hi, it's my first time. I want you to come on in here and let me know, wave to me, wave and say it is your first time. Put first time in the comment section. Say me in the comment section, whatever the case is. It's just an indication to let me know that, oh, I'm going to acknowledge your presence. Because when you are a first timer, you get some attention. It's like having a new baby. That new baby get all the attention. Honey, let me tell you something. I'm from a Jewish family and I'm like, what attention? What attention? I give all the attention. Don't listen, you say you having a baby, like, what? There's something deep down inside of me when there's a new baby popping up. Oh my goodness. So if you coming up in here, if it's your first time on this Question Live show, live streaming, or it is your first time on the channel, period. You saw a video, you click a video, you comment on a video, whatever the case is, I say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of this family. It's because of you why we are on season 13. It is because of you why we are in 364 episodes. Yes. Some days, some days I'm like, I'm tired. And then some days I'm like, yeah, I gotta come see my people. I gotta come see the family. So anywho, on this show, we like to celebrate. I want to say this now. We like to celebrate. Yes, we do. We like to celebrate over here, whether it is your birthday, anniversary, boo's birthday, children's birthday, next door neighbor's birthday, the guy, the boo, the whoever down the block that you're familiar with, your mama, your papa, somebody's birthday. We like to give shout out to those birthday people. So if you're having a birthday, we say shout out to you. Let me tell you something. My family, honey, you. We got birthday that's going every single, oh my goodness. I think every week in January there's a birthday popping up. Yeah. Since January 1st, all the way, we got birthdays. We got new addition in the family. We had a lot of birthdays, and all of a sudden last week, we got a new family member. We got a new family member, a new princess came in, and I'm like, girl, you joining the January wagon too? Come on, I know what y'all been doing. What happened in January? Why y'all popping up all them babies in January? So my family filled up. I mean, they just full up with babies. So again, if it is your birthday, shout out to you. If it's your anniversary, if it's you develop yourself a little bit more, you grow a little bit more, you define your success story, you're building on yourself, you release a book, a story, a music, something, you achieve something. We like to celebrate you, so I ask you kindly to put it in the comments section. So what? We could recognize you. Yes, indeed, we want to recognize you. We want to make sure that you come on in here and we say woo woo, because the more we come in here and we celebrate you, it is a form of support. When we celebrate each other, it is a form of support, and believe me, that's what we do over here. We support each other. Why would I stress on this? Because support is simply mean that we are defining our success story. And everybody wants to have a success story. Even a little baby that was born today, coming in with an intention to have a success story. Their parents sitting there like, my baby here, we're going to have a success story. So guess what's going to happen? Success can be defined by different people in different way. However you want to define success, that is up to you. So either way you look at it, because we define success differently, I want to let you know nobody can succeed by themselves. Absolutely not. Nobody can succeed by themselves. And because nobody can succeed by themselves, guess what we ask you to do? Work together. Work together. Because the more we work together, it's not happier we will be, it's the stronger we will be. And when we have a common goal, we work together, because at the end of the day, you have something that I might need, and honey, and I have something that you might need. Yes, baby. Yep. It is 26 degrees over here. So I'm like, nope. I'm like, no, honey. I want to be all cozy and all this stuff. So I'll try to let you know, nobody can succeed by themselves. Absolutely nobody. When I say nobody, I mean nobody cannot succeed by themselves. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you are the president, the prime minister, the governor, the mayor, the teacher, the student, the doctor, the lawyer, the mechanic, the airplane. Nobody can succeed by themselves. And because that is so, I ask you, find somebody to work with. Pray and ask God to give you somebody to work with. Okay? Work with me, I'll work with you. Help me to help you. That's that. When God created us, He said, listen, I'm not going to just create you by yourself and just leave you hanging. No, I'm going to make sure that I created more than one. Yes, that's one of me, but more than one. So what? We can be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. That is our purpose together. Collectively, our purpose is to work together and replenish the earth. Yes. Okay? And when we are seeking to do that, we must, as individuals, seek to find out what is our individual purpose, because everybody got a purpose. You get up every day. What's my purpose? Why am I here? Ask these questions. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do today? Who needs me today, right? And this is how you find out your purpose. Hello? Your passion burning up inside of you. That's your purpose. You passionate about this? That is your purpose. If you didn't know, no, you know. So find your purpose, work your purpose, and come on in here and let us work together. Yes. Let us work together. So yes, indeed. So I like to celebrate. I like to celebrate you. If your country is celebrating something, I like to celebrate you. Your culture, I like to celebrate you. I was looking for the photo, but I have one of my, just to let you know, for those of you who are new, I am a native of the most beautiful place in the world. Where is that, you may ask? No problem. I like that question. I don't lean my mouth and I don't wink my eyes when I'm saying it. That the most beautiful place in the world is the one and only Jamaica. Hello, I don't hesitate to say the most beautiful place in the world is Jamaica. You have a problem with that? You will take that up with God. Because I am not gonna go back and forth with nobody. People are like, why wouldn't you say that? Because that's what I say. I got to this point where I could say what I say and say and say and say, and what I say, you take it or leave it. That's that. But I'm not just talking because I want to talk. I'm telling you the fact the most beautiful place in the world is Jamaica. Now, if you don't believe me, keep on watching maybe the news. All you're going to see, Jamaica, America, Jamaica, America, America, Jamaica, China, and it's not a country. Let's get that clear. It is a little island in the West Indies. In the Western Hemisphere, it's the little cute little island. Okay? It is not a country. So a lot of people are like, oh, Jamaica's a country. Jamaica's not a country. It is an island. Okay? So I'm always saying it is Jamaica to the world. Dot. Anywho, Eller, I want to say to you, on this show, we use F words. You bought a new suit? Uh-oh. Go ahead, girl. Where you going? In your new suit. Go ahead with your bad self. What color suit did you buy? So because I'm a native of the most beautiful place in the world, which is Jamaica, at most time you're gonna hear me talk a little patois because you see right there on the pin say wagwan, everybody. Yes, that is a native tongue. Wagwan. It's a little broken English. I mean, what is going on? So if you are not Jamaican by blood, nationality, relationship, something, you should have a Jamaican friend. If you are not related to a Jamaican by blood or by maybe marriage, some sort, your child, children, somebody, something in that stuff, then you need to have a Jamaican friend. And if you don't have a Jamaican friend, right now is your time to say, I want a Jamaican friend. Yes, you want to have a Jamaican friend in your space. There are a lot of reasons you should have a Jamaican friend because let me tell you something. We are white of the people. You want to be friends with us. Yeah. Because we show up, we take action, we show up, we work, we're so resilient. Listen, we persevere. I'm not speaking for nobody else but Jamaican. We got the entrepreneurial skills, you know. A lot of us, we're entrepreneurs and we don't even know that we're entrepreneurs. My mama was entrepreneur. She even know that she was entrepreneur. She even know that big word. That was a very big word. It took me a long time to even pronounce the big word. I'm like, what? Entrepreneur? What? I couldn't tell my mama that she was entrepreneur because I know how to pronounce it. I was like, that big word right there, that's my mama. And I didn't realize that my mama was one of those things until she was far gone, baby. She was so far gone. I'm like, when I learned the word and I could say it, I was like, my mama was an entrepreneur. I born to see my mama as an entrepreneur. So let me tell you something about some Jamaican. We are entrepreneur and we don't even know. What do you think? Work that, okay? You're going to see somebody working up something really, 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 really quick. Somebody going to work up a thing really quick, honey. Yes, they will. They'll work up a job really, 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 really fast. Yep. Excuse me. We'll work up a job really, really fast. Have you ever been to Jamaica? And when you go to Jamaica, you see those people working on the riverbank. They're working on the beach. They're working on the cars. They're just working, honey. And when they work, you better believe that they're putting some kind of energy. It's a whole vibe. Jamaica, honey, it's a whole vibe. It's not even a little island by itself. It's a whole vibe. You get there's a whole energy just like whoop, suck you right on up in there. Let me tell you something. I travel there, okay? And for those of you who are new, I love to travel. Yes, I do. I love to travel, whether virtually or in person. I love to travel. But when I go to Jamaica, honey, you see these people, they don't play. They don't play. Okay. If you are new on the channel, you might want to browse through some of the shorts, and I have some shorts up in there with some Jamaican trips. Okay. Some highlight from Jamaica. But let me tell you, boy, they're going to sell you a leaf. What? You better believe that. They'll sell you a leaf in 2 seconds. And they're going to tell what? This leaf might be 50 cents, but guess what? You got $1. It might be $1, but do you have 75 cents? They got a skill. They're very skillful. They know how to do the entrepreneurial stuff. So I said, big up to my people in Jamaica, up, 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 up. But guess what happened now? There's one person that I want to give a shout out to on this show here, because I like to talk about my people, okay? I like to talk about my people, and I'm going to go back to the F word, because we use F word over here. I'm going to give a big shout out to one of my home girl. Shelly and Surprise. Girl. If you don't know who Shelly and you better go look her up, because let me tell you, homegirl ain't playing. Everybody knows the fastest little speedy lady from Jamaica. Yes, she's a, the little speedy little fireball, speedy lady, world fastest for many years. We still gonna keep that. We ain't gonna say nothing but Shelly and Fraser, darling. Honey, she doing her thing. Yes, she's doing her thing. She's running and doing her thing and all that stuff. But she's doing another thing. Anybody? Jamaica. Hashtag Jamaica, because I don't think I'm a player. Hashtag Jamaica right now. Hashtag me look at Jamaica. Jamaica. Well, let me tell you about Miss Little Shelly. Shelly coming out. She's launching. Let me see if I find it too. She's launching her hair product. Boom, bam, boom, bam, 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 bam. Yes, she is. It's a Afemi. That is where the name of the product is. Afemi. Afemi is the name of the product. Bringing Jamaica culture, bringing Jamaica experience up to foreign. Yep. So therefore, she's launching her hair product, her natural hair product this weekend. Up in New York City. Yeah. So if y'all didn't know, now y'all get it right here on the Question Live Show to say big up to Shelly. Shelly girl, listen, goddess, we salute you and your launching that's coming up this weekend, because of course, y'all might want to snap and get some gift from Shelly Collection. It's called Afemi. Let me see if me can find it on here. Hold on now. Yeah, hold on, because I might have to find up in here for y'all. Yes, the lady doing the thing. That's why, Shelly, you do your thing, girl. Do that thing. That's all we do up in here. I'm going to find it. I told you I'm going to find it for you. Okay, hold on. Hey, big up yourself, Shelly. I guess I forgot. Where is it? Hold on, people. I'm trying to find it for you. No, that is not it. Wrong. Where is it? Let us save it now. Shelly. But anywho, just to let you know, we use the F word. I was saying that. We use the F word up in here. And the F word that we use up in here are quite interesting, darling. Quite interesting. And we don't have a problem using the F word. If you have a problem, listen to the F word, and guess what's going to happen? You can exit the door, right? You can exit, because we are going to talk about it. And I use 3. How many F word do you use? How many F word do you use? I use 3, and they are faith, fun, and family. Mm-hmm. Faith, fun, and family, right? So, save. Oh, what happened? I'm trying to find a photo for y'all, but I can't find it. But anywho, let's get back to this. When I find it, I gonna post it up for you. Shelly, girl, big up yourself, big up your good self as you launch your natural hair product. It's Jamaica Experience coming up to foreign, okay? Whatever the case is. But anywho, let's jump into this. Let's jump into the last will be the first will be the last. Where do you stand right now? Are you on the last of the list or the first of the list? Wherever you are, we want to say to you that January is leaving, and because January is leaving, you should have accomplished something. You should have something written down. You should have something not an intention, but you should be taking action. This is a season where we are taking action, not in such a hard way. This is a season that we are having a spillover. This is 2025. It is a season, and the action that we are taking is splash, dash, and wash. Bam, bam, bam. That is a season that we are having where we are splashing. That's the action. We are splashing that which we have, that which we gather, that which we build. It is a splashing season. And because it is a splashing season, what happened? If you're in our space, splash. It's going to be splashing on you. Whatever we have, is like we have something, we reap it, and it's like, whoop. Let me tell you something about me. I grew up on the farm. So most time, you're going to see me talk about something, and I'm going to have the analogy of the farm. So let me tell you something. I'm a farm girl. Yeah, put me on the farm. Mm-hmm. Put me on the farm. So listen to me. Listen to me. When we are having reaping something from the farm, maybe it is a carrot or something, and we pull it up from the root. Whoop, all that dirt just splash and dash all over the place, right? So it's the same thing as that which we have in us: love, peace, joy, happiness. When we come around somebody at this 2025, honey, it's going to be splashing. So if you're not ready, whatever blessing we have, and you come around us, it going to roll off on you. So it's the roll off, the spill over, the splash, the dash. That is the season that we're in. So if you are in our president, we are reaping the benefit, because you can't reap that which you didn't sow. And if you are reaping that which you didn't sow, that means you're stealing. Thou shalt not steal. Mm-hmm. Right? So guess what happened? If you got something inside of you that you planted and you reaped the harvest in 2024, and now you are in the season of spillover, darling, this is your time. Mm-hmm. This is your time. It is not the hard working time. It is a time to have that which you have to spill over with somebody. So because we're in the last week of January, it is what we're telling you right about now. The last on the playlist. The last on the playlist is simple mean we're not here to play. No. We're not here to play with you. If you have a list going on right now, because again, we talk about earlier in this month, we talk about the list that we may have. We talk about the vision board that we may have. We talk about, taking action with the vision board, the goals, the intention that we have. So listen, if you are here and you had some goals, you have some vision, here we are asking you, come on in here and let me know what is on your list. Are you playing with your list? Did you make a list at the beginning of January? Lunar, tomorrow's Chinese. Tomorrow's Chinese New Year. Tomorrow is Chinese New Year. Lunar thingy. Chinese New Year starts tomorrow. Okay, but anywho. Did you make a list at the beginning of this year? the beginning of 2025 and you're playing around with it, honey, we're not here to play. We're not here to play. Nope. We're not here to play. We're not here to play. So if you have a list that you got sitting there somewhere from the beginning of January, and you're like, oh, this is my list. This is my list of my goals that I want to achieve. These are the list of the things that I'm going after. These are my resolution. These are my things. These are my vision. These are my dreams. Whatever the case is, honey, if you got a list sitting there from January, because today is the 28th, 29th day of January, and you got a list sitting there, and you're playing around with it, this is not the time. Because that which you're playing around with is going to come bypass you. It's going to knock you over. It's going to jump over your head. It's going to bounce off on somebody. Okay? It's going to bounce off on somebody. And because it's going to bounce off on somebody, you're going to get a little bit of that which you put in. Okay? So if you're playing around with your list, you see I put playlist, but if you're playing around with your list of intentions, your goals, your dreams, your vision, your expectations, then honey, things just not gonna be going in the blessing way. Things just not gonna go right. So we want to tell you today, as you are looking at your list, if you got a list, because I believe in writing things down. Yes, I do. I believe in writing things down, because when we write things down, it is plain. It makes things plain and simple. You write it down, you look at it, it's on your little black and white thing. You look at it like, I see it. Write it down, stick it on your fridge, stick it on your door, stick it on your wall. You don't want to stick things on your wall? Baby, stick it on your fridge. Let me tell you, as a mother, let me tell you, and parents, you out there, if I'm not the only one, say me. You out there and your children or you as a child, you did something in school or you got to make an appointment or something and your mama don't took that paper and stick it on the refrigerator. Tell you. Stick it on the refrigerator. Why? Because you know she's going to be very active by the refrigerator. Right? She's going to be very active going back and forth in the refrigerator. So when she put it on the refrigerator, she's going to see it. Because you know our mama going to be up in the kitchen. Lord, I used to just love being in the kitchen with my mama. Because she used to make up some good food, honey. Boy, God bless her. Ooh, she could make up some good food. So I could taste a nice fried dumpling right now. When I tell you she would cook up some food, honey, let me tell you, I done told you, I'm Jamaican, honey. I'm a native of Jamaica. And boy, oh boy, when they cook up some food, I don't care what you say. When you get some Jamaican food, honey, you getting some food. Woo-wee. Some Jamaican cook up some food, honey, and you just like finger licking, tasty. Yes, Lord. Ambassador Trinity, honey, where you get them food and you like, hello, somebody, hello. We ain't slapping our mama, because that's about slap your mama. Food so good, you gonna slap your mama. Your mama slap you right back. You don't have no food that tastes so good that you gonna slap your mama with. Not in a Jamaican household. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I tell you what, you talk about this food so good, I could slap my mama. You better have that in your head only. Because you and the food and the pot gonna be going on the floor. So don't be saying that. Okay? Don't go to no Jamaican place and say that either. We not gonna accept that. This food so good, I'm gonna slap my mama. No. Okay? But Lord, them food could taste some good. Okay? So listen, if you are out there and you got a list of the very things that you need to do, and you're playing around with it, let me tell you, on this show, if you knew about this. On this show, I like to talk about me. Yes, I do. I like to talk about myself. Why? Because nobody can not tell my story better than I do. Better not slap your mama. You'll get broke up by the year. You better tell it, girl. You better tell it. And then you forget that you were eating some food because that food gone. You better not slap. Tear you right up. But anywho, I like to talk about me because my stories belong to me. And because my stories are mine, I like to tell them. I know how to tell them by myself, right? So talking about lists, my mama used to send me to the shop, you know. I don't know if you can still make grocery lists. Every now and then, honey, I got to chip in and I got to make my grocery list too. I got to make until this very day. I still got to go to the grocery. I got my little notepad. It might not be a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? I got my grocery list right up in my little notepad in my phone. To go slap the taste out of your mouth. Right, right, exactly, right. Yes, indeed. You best believe that. Huh. You won't even remember what food you were going to eat. Uh-huh. You wouldn't even remember that you were going to eat no food. Period. Okay. Yeah. So my mama used to send us to the shop. And she would send us to the shop and she would write the list of the things that you got to go to the shop with. And she would tell us, don't you play. Uh-huh. Don't play on the road. Make sure you go straight to the shop and come back right here. And my mother, let me tell you something. My mother was like, if you go to the shop, she's not timing you. Because back then, she didn't sit with a cell phone, go to call you on cell phone, or sit there like, all right, you left like this. You better know for yourself that when you left, you better count your own minutes, okay? Because she's not going to tell you it's going to take you 1 hour to go and 1 hour to come back. 30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go. She's not going to tell you that, okay? You see, back then, they ain't going to tell you all that stuff. You see, don't play with them Jamaican parents, honey. I don't told you, if you ain't got no Jamaican people, you better get some Jamaican people. You're going to go and you better know the time to come back. Okay? Not going to say, they're not going to say like, oh, it's 6:30 now. You need to be back by 6:45. No, baby, you better know for yourself not to play around on the street. Hold that grocery list together. Hold that money together. Get your tail to that shop and zoom right back. And let me tell you, it was no time to play. So what I say, your playlist is simple mean, don't play. This is not the time to play. This is not the time. I see the things that are happening, and I'm telling you, economical wise, y'all better get it together. If you ain't got nothing going on, you still better start planting one seed or a grain of something. Hold on something for yourself. I told you my mom was an entrepreneur, and I'm like, hey, I got my mama trade. Hey, I got my mama trade. Yep, I'm holding that down. Okay? So you gonna hold something down. Hold that list in your hand, but every now and then you gotta check the list. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check the list. And when you get going, when you get to the shop, because in this case, I'm talking about my mama and the Jamaican household. Majority of what I know in my community, I can only speak for my community. Outside my community, no. Let me tell you, you get that list and you look at that list. Flour, sugar, salt, this, that, blah, 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 going on that list, honey. And you better keep on checking that list. And what they don't have, you check that off. And it's the same thing that we are applying here. Listing the goals that we are going after. January is about to close. And because January is about to close, what are the lists that you have? What are some of the lists that you put down? Are you checking it? You see, they're like, in Christmas, check your list to see if you're naughty or nice. Baby, check your list to see if you're planting any seed in those lists. Okay? Check your list to see, do I need to add some water? Do I need to add some fertilizer? Do I need to pull up some weeds? These are things that I'm saying that when you're pulling up some weeds, these are the things that no longer serve you. Do you need to water it? Yes, because your seed, you put down something, you invest in it, and you want it to grow, you got to water it. You got to put down some fertilizer on it so it could spring right up. Yes, indeed. So we're not here to play. Okay, we're not here to play. So when you have an intention and you make that list, you check that list. And if by any chance you have a list and you accomplish one thing thus far on this 29th day of January, if you had a list that you made from January 1st until now and you accomplished one thing, we would like to know that you accomplished one thing. So we ask that you put in the comment section that you say, I accomplished one thing. I achieved this goal. And let us celebrate you. Let us celebrate you. Because when we celebrate that one thing, it's like an incentive to go for the other thing. It pumps us to go to another thing. Let me tell you something. You're raising your children. Give them incentives. Yes. Give them incentives. Let them know that you do that, you that, da da da, da 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 da. Okay? You get 90 on your test. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to give you 5, 10, 15, $20. There's a lot of strategic ways that I did. If you're new on here, I told you I like to talk about myself. And I talk about some strategic way that I raise my daughter. And I always like to come in and share those strategic ways that get me going, Yeah, I like to share those strategic ways. And a lot of things I did strategic ways into have her. She was top student, but I had strategic way of to get her there. She was brilliant by herself. But you got to add something, parents. You got to add something. Even you teachers, you got to add something to these children. Don't have them just come in and sit down. Good morning, teacher. No. Oh. And they sit there and they don't know. Today's lesson is, No, and you are not giving a strategic way. When they come in the class, you say, if 5 of y'all get 90 and above, I'm going to treat you at the lunch. Don't play. Stop playing around with education. My father once told me that nobody cannot take education from you. Right? They could take this back, send that, do that, but education, hold it. Hold education. And teachers and parents, if you're sitting there like, if you get 90 and above, I'm going to treat you to lunch. I have some students in Jamaica, right? And when I find incentives, I do incentives. So it's the same. I am encouraging you. Don't play around when it comes to somebody's dream, somebody's vision. Your dream is your vision. Don't not play around with it. You have a list. Check that list and say, okay, today, even if you're in class, today, we have 30 students. We got 25 students. We got 20 students. Let me see. The top 5 students simply means if 5 students in this class. Good morning, class. I am going to treat 5 students to lunch today if they get 90 and above on their test. Guess what's going to happen? That incentive is going to trigger their mentality. It's going to stir up something inside of them to say, ooh, she's going to treat us to lunch today. She's going to treat me to lunch today. And you're going to go and you're going to put that down. You're going to put that work because we are so capable of achieving the greatest of the greatest. Why? Greatness is inside of us. And we operate from our inside out. So we want to fill in the gap. You see like all these holes on my shawl? All these holes? We want to fill in the gap. There's so many gaps out there. We want to fill in the gap by giving incentive. We want to fill in the gap by encouraging our children. We want to fill in the gap by encouraging our students. We want to fill in the gap by giving them love and kindness and gentleness. Honey, sometimes all these children need somebody to tell them that they can do something. When we tell ourselves, we might not believe it. But when somebody say, you can do this, I believe in you. When you tell somebody that you believe in them or you're proud of them, it makes a difference. So your playlist should not, when I say your playlist, I am not referring to the music that, you got a whole playlist on YouTube. Ding, let's play. No, I'm talking about the list that you're having, that you're playing around with from January 1st all the way until now, that you are not working on. And because you're not working on it, you are playing around, and we are not in it to play. We are not in this month. We are not in this season. We are not in this January to play around because we only got a couple more days to go in January. And the eyesight of February is waving to us. And because it is waving to us, darling, let me tell you something. We want to get on over in February and say, whew, I did that. Whew. Uh-huh. Because I talk about my F word, which is faith. You gotta have faith. And faith simply means that the very thing that you would like to accomplish is scaring you. I started this show. And faith that was so unstable that it scared the daylights out of me. Silent. It scared me. Okay? It scared me. Yes. And sometimes we are seeing some things that we would like to achieve, some goals that we set, and like, oh, this is not working. Let us not feed ourselves negative words. Let us not feel, even when it looks as if it is negative, acknowledge it and dismiss it real fast. Acknowledge it and dismiss it really, really fast. Like, oh, this is not working. Like, oh no, this is working. Ooh, this is not. Oh yes, it's working. Counteract those negative thoughts as soon as they get in. Right? As soon as I get it, let me tell you, it's because I counteract those negative thoughts. These are my results behind me, okay? These behind me, those are my results. Because I'm like, ooh, I can't do this. Ooh, they're going to talk about me. Ooh, they're going to do this. I counteract that. So each time we are going to, because if we don't, those thoughts, they're going to play with us real bad. And they get inside of our mind and they play around in our mind like it is some form of gymnastics. And we don't want our thoughts to play no gymnastic up in our head. So guess what we're going to do? Look at our list. I told you, I encourage you to write things down. Get your pen, get yourself a pen, a pencil, marker, crayon, chalk. Excuse me. Chalk, matches, whatever the case is. A dull pencil is better than no pencil at all. Okay? A dull pencil is better than no pencil at all. So get yourself something to write with, mark it out on a piece of paper, and get that list going. Every single time we are at the point of achieving something, we must see how much we are pouring in. Pour into yourself. Pour in. Right. She gonna slap the taste out of your mouth. Honey, she slapped the taste out of your mouth before you even taste the food. Ah! Before you even taste it, she slapped the daylights out of you, okay? Yeah. So listen, so if you have a list, how is it that you are adding on to your list? Is your list getting bigger or smaller? You know how your list can get bigger and smaller at the same time? Yes, it can. Your list can get bigger and smaller at the same time because it could be smaller and it's getting bigger. Does that make sense? You could have a thing that is getting smaller and bigger at the same time. How is that possible? Again, I'll tell you, as your host, I would like to let you know. Something can be smaller is getting smaller and bigger at the same time. What is that? Maybe you're sitting there, right? Maybe you sit there. Maybe your money is getting smaller and it's getting bigger at the same time. Because we got to believe that which is negative got to be some form of positive. That which is negative got to be some form of positive somewhere out there, somewhere along the line. And because that's the case, we are not here to play games. We are here to work ourselves in the list. Do not play around as if it is a playground. The mind is a field, a ball field. Our mind is that field that when we play, you go in the field and you see all different types of things to play with. The swing is there, the slide is there, the rope is there, so many different things to play with. And so is our mind. Because all these thoughts come in our mind. When all these thoughts come in our mind, we play with them when we're supposed to be going and depositing all the greatness that we have inside of us. All the greatness is inside of us. We have them that we need to deposit them so they could grow. So as we are approaching the last, my goodness, the last Tuesday and the last Wednesday of January, I ask you, what is it that you have on your list that you need help with? Listen, as we are helping each other, remember, together we are going to be stronger. So, excuse me. So, what is it that you have on your list that you are playing around with? What is it that you have on your list that you would like to add on to? What is that you have on your list that you're saying, I'm not sure this is supposed to be in my list? What? Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. What is it that you have on your list that you're saying, oh, I need to add a little bit something else to this? My baby will tell you have this, a 3. My baby will tell you number 3 is E. See things from a different angle. My baby like, hey, you can turn a 3 around, and that 3 around turn to E. Baby, darling, honey, see things from a different light. See things from a different light. If you have a playlist, you gotta shuffle some things up. Mm-hmm. When you shuffle some things up, what is going to happen? I want to play some music. When you shuffle some things up, what is going to happen? You might just get a different result. Yeah. You might get some different results, and we want to celebrate that. So when you get a different result, just know that when you have a different result, what is going to happen? You will know that the end result is what we are going to work with. You know, I told you I like to talk about me. Growing up, born in Jamaica, and I'm not talking about Jamaican Queens. I'm talking about Jamaica in the West Indies. Growing up in Jamaica, we had a way to do our work or schoolwork, right? And especially mathematics, which was never my favorite subject. Okay. But you need it. But it was never my favorite subject. But we learned how to do mathematics in a strategic way. We had strategic way of how to get the solution. So the main point is to find the solution. And when I migrated to America and I'm looking at what they're doing, I'm like, oh no, absolutely not. That's not the way I learn it. And because I knew how I learned it, I did it my way. And then the teacher said, that is not the way to do it. But I would say, isn't that the answer? Mm-hmm. If you have the same solution that I have, and we took 2 different roads, and we end up in the main spot, because what our main purpose here is to get to that destination called purpose. Is to get to that purpose, that destination called destiny. Okay, it's to fulfill our purpose. And when we're not feeling fulfilled, we gotta check the list. We gotta check the list to see what is it that causing us not to feel fulfilled. We gotta check the list to see if we gotta minus some stuff, if we gotta divide some stuff, if we gotta add on some stuff, if we gotta multiply some stuff, right? So let me tell you. So I'm like, we can take 2 different roads, but we end up on the main road. What is a shortcut? Anybody? What is a shortcut and what is a long road? Both of us going to take 2 different roads. So when I say to her, okay, that's the way I will start out to do this math problem. Yeah, but that's not how we do it. Okay? You do it, ma'am, and let me see your answer. She said, but you got the correct answer. I know I got the correct answer. So it should not be a debate of who did what or when, why, right? We did it 2 different ways. But at the end of the day, getting the correct solution is all that we need to focus on. You got something that I have. I got something that you have. You work your way out into something and got a solution, and I have the intention to get that same solution. I work my way out in how I know it, and I got the same solution. Let me tell you something. Everybody got gifts and talents. Every last one of us. Everybody's talented in their own way. You got your talent of how to do something. and we are having the same common goal, if we are having a common goal, does it matter of how we doing it? We should have a main goal. So we should not be having a playtime, right? If we have a main goal, our main goal is to achieve this. If our main goal is to achieve this, let us work together so we can achieve it. So I might say, mine is to just do like this. And what happened? This is going to keep me warm. While you're saying, wear it like this. Is it still going to keep me warm? Yes. But mine, I want to have mine like this. I want to be cozy like this. And yours going like this way. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that I'm still warm. So see, a common goal. When both of us have a common goal, we're working to achieve a common goal. Do you want your house to feel warm? Yes. Should we wrap her up like this? That's fine. Should we drop this down like this? That's fine too. She's still warm. What is it that we have a common goal with? First of all, our common goal on this earth is to love each other. Our common goal on this earth is to respect each other. Do not judge me based on what I did to get my solution. And I'm not judging you based on what you did to get your solution. We are all in this together. That's the reason why we are all alive. And learn. That's the reason why we are alive. Once we are alive, it is solid proof that we need to work together because we are not gifted in the same way. So you take your talent and you say, well, I'm going to use my talent and my gift to accomplish this. Let me know what it is. And I'm like, let me use my gift and talent and accomplish this. You like to do this? I like to do this. Let's see how we can collaborate to get that end result. Because we need to develop a spirit of collaboration where we work together and say, I know how to write this, but you know how to put it together, right? See what I'm saying? I know how to write it out. You know how to do the practical part of it. So guess what's going to happen? That's how we're going to work together. Maybe you are a chef. I can write out the recipes. We work together. Voila. Maybe you are a teacher. I like to tell a story. We work together. Voila. Maybe you are a teacher and one of your students know how to do mapping game and don't like to write. Voila. You work with that student. Maybe you are the president and you know how to do business. Well, I know how to talk. I know how to write. Spirit of collaboration, work together. Maybe you are the prime minister and you know how to build houses. You have a strategic way of how to build houses, but you are the prime minister. Guess what happened? Somebody over there, they know construction work. Get in touch with that person. Somebody know engineering, and you looking at how can I improve this country? Find that person who's an engineer. And that is called a spirit of collaboration. Everybody cannot do everything. So when we drop, okay, let us stop playing. Let us stop playing because everybody cannot do everything. One person cannot do everything. One person cannot do everything. And if one person is taking control over everything, that is not going to work. We need a spirit of collaboration. So our list don't look like it's playful. We are not here to play. We are here to achieve a goal. We are here to set a common goal. And everybody's here to set and define and to build their success story. So because everybody here to build their success story, and you know that when one person stands in the position to take control over everything, it's not equal out to a good result. So you know how to do something? Suggest it to somebody. You know how to run this? Suggest it to somebody because I have something that you need. I'm going to tell you right now. You. No, absolutely you. No, you. You right there. You have something that I need. And I got something that you need. So let us stop playing with this list of achievement. Let us stop playing with the list of loving and be kind and compassionate and supportive and respectful to each other. Let us stop playing with the list of forgiveness. Let us stop playing with the list of supporting each other. Let us stop playing with the list that we are not working when we are not working with a spirit of collaboration. So with that said, I am your host, Verona Willis-Brown, saying, honey, darling, sweetie, hey, we are not here to play games. We are here to build up the spirit of collaboration. So what? We could work together to achieve a goal. One person goal is not for everybody. One person dream is not for everybody. Everybody is individual. So with that said, thank you for coming in, tuning in, streaming live. And if you watch a replay, #replay. And I'll see you on the next go around. Bye. Ambassador Trinity. Thank you so much for tuning in into this episode of the Question Live Show. Bye. We say ta-ta, ta-ta.